Okay. Yeah. So mainly today's agenda, or what all we'll be covering today, would be just basics: how to construct any angle, how to construct an angle when there is a given angle given to you, just to duplicate it. How do you do that? And of course, angle bisectors, perpendicular bisectors, how to draw angles of let's say 75-degree or some values, right? Like there are a few here, right? 75, 105, 15, 135, etc. Right? All those we'll do. In case we still have time, then we'll even do how do you make just triangles when you're given the sides, right? Maybe we'll do that also. If not, tomorrow, right? But yeah, tomorrow, like in 2 days, this chapter should be completely over. So, okay, let's start. Okay, before we uh, go on to angles and bisectors, etc., from coordinate geometry, let's just recap some terms like what is this called?
Array.
Array.
Yes. This is array. This point is called.
Ma'am, could you repeat?
I was asking. First, I asked what is this called. So this is array, and what is this point called?
Origin.
Okay. Or you call it a vertex, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Sorry.
It, yeah, origin also can be used, but yeah, the more technical or suitable term would be vertex, right? Okay, we remember that. Okay. Then let us go on to angles. Okay. Okay, they've directly started with bisector. Okay. Instead of us doing bisector, let us first do just constructing, let's say 60-degree, right? Okay. So I'll just show you how we normally construct an angle of 60-degree. Then we'll see why or how is it correct, or the justification part, right? Okay.
Ma'am, what have you done as of now? I'm sorry, I'm a bit late.
Oh, hi Suhani. We didn't do much. We just discussed, did a little recap of coordinate geometry, as in what is a ray, what is a vertex. That's all. We just
Okay.
started. Okay. And now we are doing the first part, which is okay. You can write this in your book also, which is how to construct a 60-degree angle, right? After this, we'll do bisectors and other angles, right? This, let's start with a 60-degree. Okay, I have this online construction tool where I can construct everything and show you. This is like helpful. uh, yeah, so you can also follow, right? Okay, you can draw along with me. Yeah, okay. First we'll just draw a line segment. It can be of any measure, right? Draw a line segment using your pencil and a ruler, and then yeah, you can name it, let's say B. Okay. Now you take your compass and take any suitable length, any suitable radius, anything, any random value. Place it on A, right? This is how you place it on A. And now just draw an arc. right? So this curved part is what is known as an arc. Okay. Yeah. If you want, we can label this also. Let's call this O. Let's call this O. Okay. Okay. Now once that is done, we will we'll move our compass back. Okay. Yeah, we'll move it to this point O. Okay, let the radius be the same, right? And then keep it on the point O, and then cut an arc, right? Okay, you're done with our. Now you take your ruler and okay, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. Quite close. Okay. And you join the part like this, and you can label this C. Oh, okay, everything got erased. Huh, Swam, not an issue. Not an issue. What I'll be doing is I'll mostly be asking you to send pics on the WhatsApp group, right? Because this right now what I'm doing is I'm just showing you the basics, right? Once we are done with the basics, we'll be solving questions, right? So for me to check or see that you are doing it correctly, you will have to send pictures on the group. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I hope everybody made this. Everything got erased here, so I'm making it again. Right, and this would be final. We are done. Yeah. So this angle would be nothing but 60 degrees. Yes, yes, we are drawing 60 degrees, right? Let me write it here. How to construct 60 degrees, right? So this angle which we finally got here. Okay, yeah, this is really tough. Okay. right? So this is our 60-degree angle. So what we've basically done is we've not constructed what is an equilateral triangle, because equilateral triangle has all angles as 60 degrees, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is 60, this is 60, and this is also 60. So that's exactly what we've done here. We've constructed a small equilateral triangle. A, O, you can name this D, right? This is nothing but our equilateral triangle. And that's how it's 60 degrees here, right? And the exact same thing is also given in as proof if you were to check. Not here. Here, yes, right? So what happens is, because you're taking, let me annotate it here. Huh. Because you're taking AD, you've cut an arc using any random radius, you've cut AD, right? And with the same distance you are cutting E. So what happens is, this becomes equal to this, becomes equal to this, and this becomes an equilateral triangle. And that's how this measure becomes 60 degrees, right? Okay. So anytime when they ask you to justify the construction, this is what you would write for 60-degree, right? You will mention that this becomes an equilateral triangle, triangle AED. Triangle AED is an equilateral triangle, right? Therefore, each angle is 60 degrees, and hence your construction is justified. So this is called the justification, right? Okay. Huh. So because the other angles which we will construct, the justification is more based on. Yeah, yeah, your arc can be a semicircle. Definitely, it can be. So you're saying if we just give me one second. Yeah, you're saying we make a complete thing like this, right? Let me move it. So you are saying if we make a complete arc like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So yeah, that is also, yeah, you can make a complete arc, not an issue. Like this. Yeah, you can. Okay, so 60 degree is the first thing which we use, and we will always be using 60 degree to construct any other given angle. For example, if they give you 90 degrees, you will be using the same concept and constructing 90 degree. I will show you how we actually get 90 using 60, right? Okay. Yeah, for this, I would say a prerequisite for this chapter would be a little bit of triangles, because you need to, for justification part, there is everything which is given as congruence tests, right? See, if you look at all these proofs here, these all involve the congruence tests, which are SSS, SAS, or RHS, right? Yeah. Okay. So you need to know those rules, you need to know why triangles are congruent, or how we use those rules to prove that the triangles are similar, or etc. Right? So yeah, for that, so this part might not really click right away, but I think once you're done with triangles, the justification part would be crystal clear that how is this happening, right? Okay. One more prerequisite for before doing this chapter would be um, to have a little bit of strong foothold in uh, numbers. Like if I am saying 105, you should be able to figure out how do I break this into 60 plus something, right? Or what can I bisect to get 105, something like that. Or if I say 75, it should click that it is nothing but 60 plus 15 degrees, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This again, as and when you keep doing the chapter or you keep getting more questions about different angle constructions, you might get familiar with it. Okay, but yeah, this has to click that 75 would be 60 plus 15 degree, or even you can take example of 90. 90 is nothing but 60 plus 30 degree, right? So anything, any angle you get, it can be represented in the form of 60 plus or 60 minus something, 60 plus something usually, right? uh, yeah, or it would be you then bisect 60 also to get the lower values, right? There is one angle which is there, 22 and a half, etc., for those things. Okay, yeah, so first thing to remember is each angle can be constructed or made using 60 degrees, right? Okay, now that we made 60 degrees, let us see on how to okay, how to create an angle bisector, right? Okay, so I'm quickly drawing it here. You can draw a 60-degree angle again, or maybe we can just take any random angle for example, right? Okay, let me take some random angle. Okay, okay, I'm making 60 degree only since our radius seems to be equal, right? Okay, I will cut an arc here. Right, and we will join this. Okay, let me, yeah, ठीक है. So this what I have made here is 60-degree angle again. You can draw it again in your books, right? Sorry, it's taking little bit of time for me to make it here because this is not very user friendly, but okay. Yeah, now suppose I want to bisect this angle, this yeah, so this is 60 degrees, right? I'm writing it here because if we bisect it, it will get lost in that, right? And let's call this point O and let me call this point P. Okay? Now, any angle that you are given, if you want to bisect it, your radius should always be greater than half OP, okay, which is this arc. So if I'm taking, let me draw it in red color. Okay. So let me check what our radius is. Yeah, it is OP right now, right? So I will reduce it. Let's say, yeah. So this is a little bit more than half, right? I will fix it at that. And what I will do is I will keep this here. Okay, this isn't working.
Ma'am, which angle we are constructing?
We are constructing angle bisector for 60 degrees.
You mean 30 degree?
Huh, yes, 30 degrees. Okay, this got stuck. Let me reload it. Okay, till then let me show you the points here, I don't think my idea of showing you that tool is working out. ठीक है, it has come. Just give me 1 second. Yes. So this is the 60 degree we were talking about. Now what I was saying is your radius should be more than half of these 2 points, which is nothing but, let's call this O and we call this P, right? So your radius should be greater than half of OP, right? So right now my radius is OP, so I will bring it down a little bit. Yeah, this is something little bit more than half OP. Fix the, I mean lock the compass there. And now keep your point at O and cut an arc. So you can cut an arc here, or you can what we can do is we can take it even bigger. Just a minute. Yeah, let me take it this much. Okay, keep your compass at O and you can draw an arc here, right? Okay, do the same thing at P. You keep it at P. So the radius has to be greater than half of OP. It can be anything, right? Just greater than half of that. Just not less than that. So, okay. So now I keep it here and I also draw an arc here, right? And this what
So
you
ma'am, it can be the same, right? Like the same.
yeah, it can be more also, because usually we take more because this intersection will come very close by, right? Otherwise. So now you can, okay. I hope y'all are also drawing in the book. I mean, don't wait for me to complete it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So now if you take your
Yes, ma'am.
protractor and if you measure it, right? So this is how you measure it, right? As you can see, this is 60 and this is exactly 30, right? Oh. So this is how you bisect any angle. This is the example we took is for 30 degrees, right? So any angle, suppose if I were to bisect 30-degree further, who can tell me what I will do?
Ma'am, to
Ma'am,
bisect.
Uh, okay. What? Um, Yeah, if everybody wants to answer, you can type it in the chat box. Type it in the chat box. Let's do that. Everybody will get a chance to answer.
Ma'am,
Mom, can you
you
repeat the
where
question?
to keep the pointer to make 15-degree, right?
My question is when, so yeah, let me quickly repeat the question. The question is if I want to bisect this 30-degree angle, what steps would I do? Like, what would I do? You can just write the basic in the chat box. It does not have to be very technical, just a short that. What would I do? Okay. Okay, Aryan has answered. Correct. Yes.
Ma'am, Ma'am, for bisecting 60 degrees when we had to get 30 degrees. So,
Huh?
ma'am, I did not do it that way. We had our first arc, and so from point O, we made a second arc for 60 degrees. So, that arc only I continued it forward and took it. Oh, yeah, I took it ahead, and then I extended it to some point, and then from P I made a cut. Like I didn't take a different measure, but I still got like 30 degrees.
So you're saying you took OP as your radius.
Yes, ma'am. Like I have the same radius which we took for 60 degrees.
Chalega. Yeah, that's also correct.
Yes, ma'am. And for 15 degrees also I like continued that only.
Correct. Okay. So when I asked you all to answer, multiple people wanted to answer, but in the chat box only Aryan replied. Okay. ठीक है. So we'll be repeating the same procedure, right? For making 15-degree also. Repeat.
Ma'am, I answered. Couldn't get it.
I just got it. I just got your answer and even Swayam's answer. Okay. ठीक है. Okay, so let's quickly do it then, right? We already have 2 points here. Let me label this as M, right? This time we'll take O and M. And yeah, you can, anything greater than half of OM is fine. So we'll just keep the pointer here, right? Pointed end of the compass here. I'm changing the color to blue so that, okay.
We have to make 15 degrees right now.
Yes, 15 degrees. Okay, now put the pointed end on M with the same radius, right? And okay,
Mom, can we name it as N? The point?
yes, you can name it as anything. This I am doing all the naming procedure here so that when you are writing the steps, if you are writing it down, right, how we are doing it, you can write the steps, right? First thing what I did was I made the arc O, I cut O, then I cut at P, right? And then I took the radius as more than half of OP and I made this cut as, okay, let's call this point Q, right? I made this Q to get 30, right? So angle uh, BAQ is 30 degrees right now. Okay, and I'm repeating the whole procedure to get 15 degrees, right? Done? Done. Okay. Ashka says done. I hope you all are also doing it.
Mine is also done, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Done. Yes. Okay. Okay. So now this which I've got, let me label it as let's say D. Right. So all these are rays. Right. Right. So angle B AD should be 15 degree. Okay. Shall we quickly measure it? What it comes to be? Right? Exact it is. So yes. Can we make 7.5 degree and 3.25 degree? Okay, you are saying you want to bisect 15 degree. I think you can. 7.5 you can, but it would become very tiny to do it, right?
Yes, ma'am. It
Huh.
will be very small.
Very small. It would be difficult to construct it. Of course you can, but it will be difficult to construct it, right? For such small angles or some angles like that, it's better to mark using the protractor itself, right? That's easier. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So once you are done, always once you are done constructing an angle, always cross check with the protractor. It should come exactly like this, right? It should be, there should be no deviation. So 15 should be at 15, exact at 30, exact at 60, right? Okay. Okay. So this is how you bisect any given angle. So now if I am going to tell you to bisect any given angle, it will be the same procedure. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now let's do how to make an angle from a given angle, right? Suppose I am giving you a random angle. How will you make the same angle again? Which is there here. Okay, I'll just take you through this procedure because it's very simple. Let me not draw it. I'll draw a perpendicular bisector part, right? Yeah. This is the one. So whenever you're given an angle equal to a given angle, this is what you do. It's the first how to construct in the work in the chapter notes, right? Suppose you are given this. Yeah. Suppose you are given this figure. Figure 1 is given to you, and you are asked to replicate this angle as it is, right? So what you do is you mark an arc. Okay, mark and arc became like a rhyme. Okay, you make an arc and cut it on the base line or the base ray OP. You make this cut at R, right? And then you take the same uh, radius and make a cut at S, right? And then you just, so on your paper you will be drawing a line AB, right? Yeah. So you'll be drawing any line AB and then you make the arc, right? Okay, let me just do it and show it to you. I don't think. Okay. Okay, suppose I have given you this angle, right? This is an angle, just one second. right? So this, let's say this is your angle POA. This has been given to you. Now, if I want you to replicate this exact thing on your book, how would you do it? Can anybody tell me?
Could you repeat?
I'm saying I've given you this angle, let's say POA, right? You don't know what is the measure, you don't know if you can bisect or create angles like that. You've just been given this angle and you need to replicate it. Any idea how you would do it?
Ma'am, we'll measure it with a protractor.
Okay, that could be one idea. ठीक है. Okay, if I were to say that you need to construct it without protractor.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Mom will make a arc around it and do like cut it up to like
हाँ.
get an estimation.
Okay.
If it cuts on the same arc, it's 60 degrees.
Acha, like that you are saying. Okay. So yeah, there is a way with by which you can directly make this angle without using protractor and without having to find out what is the measure of this angle. How is that? Is this way. Okay. First thing, you will take a ruler and pencil and you will draw the same line segment in your book, right? You will draw OA again, or wherever you are trying to replicate it, you just make the line segment again. Right. Okay. So let me make this in blue color. Right. Let me draw it here. Okay. And this I'm again calling it OA, but I'm making it this time. Right. We are copying it. Now what we'll do is we'll take our compass and we are going to measure, or we are just going to cut an arc here. Take any radius of your choice, right? Fix it, fix your compass and just cut an arc which cut both the rays. So it should cut both OP and as well as OA, right? Okay. Let me label these points as, let's say, what should I label it as? Okay, XY. Okay. And now you
Ma'am,
make, tell me.
ma'am, what if it's like on a device, like any computer or device, any? So
A
then how would we do
device.
it?
Okay, you're saying it is on a device. Okay.
I'm saying if it's on a device, then
Yeah, like if we get it on a question in our
Yes,
papers, then
ma'am.
of
In
course
a
it's going to be in the
minimized,
laptop, right?
way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, you are asking that way. Yeah, you can't really use. If it's given on a paper, it's easy to do, right? If they give you hard copy, you can do this method. On a device, I could say it would still be the same, but then you have to be careful because your compass might poke it or something like that, right? So the angle would still be drawn like this and given to you, or it would be drawn to measure and given to you. So this procedure would hold good on device or paper or anywhere itself. But yeah, like what you all are saying is would be that you might risk damaging your device if you do this. So what you can do would be maybe then you can measure it using your protractor. That would be better.
yeah.
For such cases, the protractor is a safer idea, right? But So this kind of question usually does not come, like they don't give you an angle and they don't ask you to make it. But in the rare event that it does come, you should know how to do it, right? And I think if it is going to be paperless mode, then the chances of it coming are like zero.
Like if at all the school starts, then it's
Ha.
possible.
Yes, yes,
I
that
don't
is
think they will give questions like that then.
ha, exactly. It's because yeah, because even they know that you can't really do this on a device, right? Okay. ठीक. But nevertheless, you should know how to do it in case you are faced with this question anytime, right? Okay, coming back, so we've kept the radius the same as we used for drawing this arc xy, right? So the radius is same and I'm going to again keep it at O and I'm going to draw an arc, right? Okay, went off. Right. Okay, now my next step would be to keep my compass at y and cut an arc exactly at x. So that's how I'll get to know what is the measure of angle AOP, right? That's what I'll do. So I'm going to take my compass. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it at y, right? And I'm going to exactly take the measure of x at point x as the exact radius. If you want, you can even draw an arc here just to be sure that you've taken the same thing, right? Maybe making both the angles might not make sense right now in your book. So what you can do is you can just write the steps which I am doing, right? So first I drew my base ray OA, right? Then next thing I drew the arc XY.
I'm doing that.
Huh. Okay. So in case you are
Ma'am, I
feeling
already
that,
did it.
okay, yes, not an issue. But wherever possible or wherever you feel you might get confused, it would be better if you could write the steps, which in your own words. You don't have to make it very technical. Anything which helps you remember. So whenever you have exam, you can just quickly open that and go through it. That okay, this is what I have to do, or these are the steps, right? Okay. Okay, so now that I know the measure of xy, the exact radius, I'm going to again take this as it is and I'm going to place it here at my y point here, right? Let me also call this y. And I'm going to draw an or cut an arc to get x, right? So now I've got my arc and this is, let's say this is also x. Now I'll simply use my scale and I will join OX. And I have my angle, right? I will take my pencil and join this. Done. Shall we check what is the measure, right? So I drew something close to 50 degree. It wasn't exact. Let's see what the exact measurement is. Huh,
It's 50.
somewhere around 50. Yeah, just a little bit less than 50. Let me check what the measure of this is, right?
It's more than 60. I
Just
mean, it's more than 50.
it's not aligned. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, now it's correct, na?
Yeah, now
One more
it's
thing. Whenever you're
same.
using your protractor, no, make sure that the base line or your base ray is always on this 180 or 0 on the protractor, right? It should be exactly coinciding. थोड़ा भी ऊपर नीचे हो गया, then you'll get wrong value. See, this is little bit up and down. This is very little bit, but it's gone down. right? So then you'll get wrong value here. So whenever you're using protractor, make sure your base ray is always coinciding with this 0, 180 line, right? Then take one. Got it? I got it. It's 48 degree. Awesome. Yes. Suhani, awesome. Okay. So these are basic ways of making angles, right? So everything would be 60 degrees, would be connected to 60 degrees, right? And now I'll show you how to make 90 degree and how to make perpendicular bisector, right? And then we'll go to questions quickly. Okay. 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 Acha, so tell me one thing. So now in school also, then your teacher must have taught constructions uh, like this only, like online only. So how did she teach? Did she also use some tools? Did they use some online tools or?
Now she used this website only.
I didn't get it. She used the.
Now she used the
Same
same website.
website.
Use the same website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've always been curious, like how do you exactly teach constructions online? Because all the chapters you can do something online, like you can type, etc. But construction becomes very technical. So how do you do it? I've always been curious that how would you do it? Okay, good. ठीक है. Yeah, this website is like a saver, lifesaver in this regard. Cool. Okay, I'm drawing two line segments here. One is to show you how to make a perpendicular bisector or a perpendicular for any line. Let's come to bisector in a minute. This is just how to make a perpendicular, right? Two ways of making a perpendicular. Okay. Okay. I'll show you using this figure here first. Okay. For this, you need to know the following, that 90 is nothing but, if I were to write it in terms of 60 degrees, what would it be?
60 plus 30.
60 plus 30, correct? Correct? Okay. And we already saw how to make both 60 degree and 30 degree, right? Okay. So, okay. I will do the basic step and then what I'll do is I'll ask you all to send pictures. Okay. Let me.
Ma'am, 90 degrees very easy, ma'am.
90 degrees very easy. Yes, yes, definitely it is easy. Okay. Okay, then let's do one thing. Those of you who feel you are confident at making 90 degree using this method, okay, using the 60 plus 30 wala method, you can draw it in your book and send a picture on the group. Let me check. Okay. And those who feel that you're not sure what I'm saying or you need some help, you can watch what I'm doing and you can draw it in your book, right? Okay. Let's see who sends the picture to on the group. Okay. So I'm going to
Like right now.
right now only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm doing the first step is I'm making 60 degrees, right? So 60 degrees so we all just did right now. So you can quickly do it, right? Till the time I finish doing it. Okay, so I'm going to draw an arc, right? And with the same radius, I'm going to draw an
Mama
arc.
made it.
Made it? Okay, send a picture. Okay, so I'm going to, with the same radius, I have cut an arc here, and this is my 60 degree. Let me label this as X, this is Y. Okay, and this 60 degree is ready, and I will join the line.
Ma'am, I've sent it.
Okay, just a second. Let me see. Yes, perfect. Good job. You can also label the base ray, Aryan. You can label it as anything you like. Just label it.
Yes,
Huh.
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I sent it
Baki
as well.
looks correct. Okay, let me check. Yes, very good. You labeled it. Very good. Good job. So delta Hulk is Swayam. Swayam, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
It's not Delta Hulk, it's Swayam. That's my username just for
Uh-huh.
games.
Yeah, that's what I was cross checking that delta Hulk is Swayam only, right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But how did you know? Like, it's Delta Hulk.
Uh,
If the number is not saved on the, if you see it on top right hand
Yeah, we can
corner of the
see it.
message, we can see your name or username.
yes, yes,
Yours,
exactly.
it's written Delta.
Wait, I'll change. Yeah, I changed it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really saved, like, I haven't saved everybody's number because there are like a lot of students, right? So it becomes difficult for me. Then I'll have to keep track of who's who also. So I haven't saved.
Yeah.
Now I sent it too.
Okay, let me check. Just a second. Right. Very neat, Ashka. Very good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, for constructions, always make sure that you are using ruler, sharpened pencil, right? This is like strict rules. There is no way you should compromise on either of the two because this is a very scoring chapter. Why do you want to lose marks because of something very tiny, right? Or something like that. ठीक है. Okay, the others we have constructed 60 degrees successfully, right? Let me label this as C. Let me also keep drawing rays here so that, yeah, you don't forget. Okay, now that we've done 60 degree, what we are going to do is we are going to take point Y and make another 60 degrees here. So basically we are constructing 120 and then we'll bisect that 120. ठीक है. Okay. Oh, you are done, but you don't have your phone on hand to send. हाँ ठीक है सुहानी ठीक है.
Ma'am, I have sent.
Okay. This is
Ma'am, the like arc and all will be a bit faint because the pencil is very faint. So
हाँ I can't really see, but okay. Okay, it looks correct. ठीक है. चलेगा. Not to worry. Okay, so I have kept the radius same as xy and I am now cutting an arc here, right? And now what I will do is I will be bisecting this. So again, you can keep the same radius or you can increase it. Let me increase it a little bit, right? I have increased it a little bit and I'm going to bisect this, right? So I'm going to draw an arc here and again I'm going to place this on this point. Let me call this point Z, right? I'm going to place it on Z and I'm going to cut an arc with the same radius, right? Okay, and now done. So the job of the compass is done. Now you just take a ruler and you join this, right? Okay. Okay. So now this is your final angle. Let's call this D, right? We'll not name D here. And let's use our protractor and check what is the measure of D, right? Again, this is not aligned. You align it first properly. Yeah, right? So this is how you get it. This is 90 degree, this is 60 degree, right? You got it. So this is how the logic works, that you've actually made 60 degree, and when you are going to make z with the same radius, so xy, I'll just write it here, okay? Xy is equal to yz, okay? It's the same radius, right? So you basically construct it. So if I were to extend OZ, this complete angle ZOA would actually be 120 degrees, right? Okay. So what happens is this is 60, and then YZ, this also becomes 60, or angle COZ becomes 60, and I bisected to give me 30 degrees. So this is 30 and this is 60, and that's how you get 90 degrees, right? And this exact procedure, if you don't want to uh, like break it down into these parts, you can do it directly, where you just draw an arc, right? Okay, let me quickly show you the direct procedure here. I'm drawing it this side because there's more space here, right? So for the direct procedure, you will just draw an arc, right? Draw a complete or a semicircle. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, wait, let me draw it in the center. We draw it here. Right? Now that I have made an arc which cuts the line segment at 2 points, I will directly keep my compass at those 2 points and cut arcs. Right? So this is the fastest way to do it without getting into um, yeah.
I was gonna ask for this only. Like, can we do it from the other side as well?
Yes. So this is the fastest way to do it. So again, you keep the radius same. The only thing here is you keep the radius same at all times, right? And you just keep making arcs. That's it. So this is how you will get a direct 90 degree. Right? And again, you keep it here. And again, you make an arc.
Man, this software is a little complicated.
Too complicated. I'm really struggling to make it, but okay.
Ma'am, there can be one more way to make 90 degrees with this thing,
With a
compass. With a
okay.
compass.
How will you do it? Tell me.
Ma'am, we don't need an arc or anything. Like, I don't know if it is like classified, but ma'am, one second.
Tell me. Okay, till then we'll just measure our angle here, and this is also, as you can see, it is exact 90, right? So this method actually, okay, let me call it this method 1 and method 2. So method 1 has been condensed to give you method 2. It's the same principle actually. So this is actually 60, and this is also 120, so it's the same thing. Only thing is you can do this faster. You don't have to literally sit and bisect and etc, right? So this becomes very direct procedure, and this is what most of you have sent as the image also, right? Method 2.
Ma'am, so the way I was saying is if you take a line segment of 6 centimeters,
uh,
and then take the length, like measure of compass as 6 centimeter, and then bisect from each of the ends, so you get a 90 degree. Like, I tried it few times, it worked.
so what you are saying, that is to make a perpendicular bisector. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
so
Like,
we are making a perpendicular bisector next. Yes, correct. For that, that would be only, or that works when you're drawing in between the lines, right? If you're
yes,
trying
ma'am.
to
Like in
make a,
center.
I
In
didn't quite
between.
understand what did you say.
acha,
So,
okay, do you want to repeat?
okay, ma'am, I'll
Ah,
repeat. So, like, take a line segment AB, and then if the like take a line segment of 6 centimeter, then the measure of your compass should be 6 centimeter as well. Then place the compass on point A, and then mark a arc like anywhere you want, like center or something. Then place the compass again on point B, and then
Yeah,
by
yeah, I
like yeah.
got it.
so basically you
Yeah,
get two arcs here
yeah,
and
yeah.
this would be your perpendicular
90
bisector.
degree.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have done this before. This is the
Yes, ma'am.
perpendicular, right?
Ma'am, we have done this. Like we have to,
Ah,
like
Yes.
seventh or sixth, ma'am. I don't remember.
Yeah, we
ah,
did it in sixth grade geometry actually. Sixth or seventh. Yeah.
Seven,
okay,
seven.
okay. Anyway, even if you forgot, even if you remember, both is fine because that is the next thing we are doing. That's it. Like that is it for theory part of today's class, right? So angles may you need to know how to make 60. You need to know how to bisect any angle, how to copy any angle, right? And the last part would be how to make a perpendicular bisector, right? Then we'll do one or two questions from the workbook, right? And that's it for today's class. So tomorrow's class would be dealing with all the triangles and all the parts where you actually get questions from. So in the main paper you actually get only one question from constructions because it's a tiny chapter, right? So only one question you get and it's always from the triangles part, always the ones where you'll be given perimeter or you're given the sum of two sides and one angle and how do you make it. Okay, ठीक है. So tomorrow's class would be very very important, right? Okay, ठीक है. Let's make a perpendicular bisector quickly since all of you remember also how to make it. Okay, for this one, you need to make a line segment, like measure the line segment or whatever you're making, right? So for in this case, I'm making a 10 centimeter line, right? So that when we bisect it, we should get 5 and 5. You can take any number you want. You can take 11, 12, anything, right? 8 also, you get 4 and 4, right? Just you're doing new, so take some whole numbers, don't take something which you get in decimals. Okay, ठीक है, that's it. So you made your line segment, you call it something of your choice. Oh, okay, ठीक है, AB, and I'm writing it here at the side because my construction part would go haywire, right? AB is 10 centimeter. Cool. Now you take your protractor, take your compass and place it at point A. Take any radius. It can be, it should be more than half. Oh, okay. Should be more than half. You can take anything, right? And now you make an arc or make a cut here. Go that side a little bit. Keep the radius the same. Keep it on B and the same procedure. Right? Okay. And do the same thing down also. Okay. Which means I'm going to take this here and I'm going to make an arc here also. Right? Okay. Again, I take it here and I'm going to
I'm done.
Done? Very good. What about the others? Done? Okay. If you're done, take your scale and measure the line segment. What are you getting it as? Measure the two halves, I mean.
Ma'am, I also took 10 centimeter and 5.5 centimeter.
Huh? 5.5 you're getting?
No, ma'am.
Acha, radius. Acha, got it, got it. Okay, so how are you getting the two line segments equal? Are you getting exact half?
I took 8 and I got 4, 4.
You got 4, 4. Very good.
Ma'am,
Okay,
I'm getting 5.
5. Very good. Okay. This might not be very. Okay, let me try again. It still doesn't look 90 to me, but let's try. Right? So this line which you've drawn becomes perpendicular bisector because this is 90 degrees, right? And yeah, so this line segment and this should be equal, right? So AO and OB should be equal. Let's measure and check.
Ma'am, I didn't realize, but I took 9.5 and I actually did get the answer right. It was
Oh,
somewhere near 4.7 something. And
good.
that's what's supposed to be the answer.
Yes. Right. Okay, so we have also got it as 5. Surprisingly, though I thought my 90 degree wasn't really 90, it still came correct. Okay, great. Right, so this is how you bisect any line, any measure, anything. And this is the thing I think, yeah, Sujal was trying to tell you, previous case, that how we can draw 90 degree without drawing the arcs, right? Okay, yeah. This method holds good when you are drawing 90 degree in the middle, right? If it's at one of the sides, like if angle B is 90 degree, this would get a little tedious to make. Then making the arc is faster. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, then we would have to draw like into two. Like if it's 5 degree, like 5 centimeter, then we have to draw 10 and then draw like that.
Yes, exactly.
It
So
would be hard.
yes, it gets little tedious, little hard. So you draw arc and you can make it direct. Okay. For this part, there is a justification required. So I'll quickly explain why it is same or how we got it as perpendicular bisector, right? Let me try. Since you've not done triangles, I'll try to explain it in simple words as far as possible. Okay. So as how we got this as 90 degree and how we got it exact, you need to join this, right? So the whole procedure has to be repeated everywhere. Okay, just a second. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just joining all the points. So I'm trying to make some figure like rhombus, right? Just a second. Oh, okay. Okay, and we have somehow completed this. It is really tedious to use this software, but still, I think it's better than me drawing on a paper and then showing it to you and then asking you if you understood. This is better, definitely. Okay, and we're done. Good. Uh, let's call this C and let's call this D. Okay, so now what happens is in this figure, uh, let's consider triangle ACD and okay, I'm writing it here on top. Okay, triangle ACD CD and triangle CBD. Okay. Okay, so what happens in these two triangles is that you can say that this is equal and this is equal. Can anybody tell me why am I saying this is equal and this is equal?
Ma'am, because it's perpendicular.
Perpendicular, no. Okay, somebody else was trying to answer.
It's a rhombus and all the sides and rhombus are equal.
Okay, okay, you can say that. Anything else? This what I'm asking you is based on what we just constructed. So I'll give you a hint. Just look at the
AO and OB are
Ma'am, is
equal
it
and
because
OC and OD are equal to.
Okay.
is
No.
it because we took 90-degree and 90-degree hypotenuse triangle?
Uh, no, no, no. Okay. So the simplest answer or the basic way why you would say that AC, CB, AD and DB are equal is because we took them as equal, right? Did we not take the radius? Did we not do this step? We took the radius as something, right?
Yeah.
And we cut arc.
Yeah.
Yes, we took it.
Hai. So we only made it equal, isn't it? So I would say that these are all equal by construction. So your reason becomes by construction. AC is equal to CB. Okay, it's getting hard for me to write here. Let me not write. AC is equal to CB is equal to DB is equal to AD by construction, right? Okay. And also what let me check what is the other thing that you get same. Yeah. And also this is equal, right? CD. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just take you through the proof here because I'm not able to write also. Yeah, here only it is. Right? So this is the whole proof that we were trying to go over. Let me use annotate and let me show it to you here. So this is the two triangles we just saw, right? We are looking at triangle APAQ, which is this one, and PBQ, which is this one, right? From which I just said that this is equal to this and this is equal to this by construction, right? Or you can say arcs of equal radii. That's just term used because you took the radii as that and you cut arcs, right? That's what this term means, that arcs of equal radii. Or you could say just by construction, right? You can mention either of the two, both are correct. Okay, and PQ is the same as PQ, which is common, right? And that's why these two triangles are similar, or yeah, you could say they are similar congruent by SSS rule, which is SSS rule stands for side, side, side. When there are three sides which are equal, you use the SSS rule. And because of that, so there is this property of similar triangles where you say that similar parts or corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, right? Which means that suppose let me take an example and show it, right? Suppose I have taken two triangles ABC and PQR, okay, and I am using SSS rule, which means I am saying AB is equal to PQ, let's say AC is equal to PR and BC is equal to QR. Okay, so all the sides are equal. So what do I mean by corresponding parts is that all these angles will also be equal, which means angle B will be equal to angle Q, angle A will be equal to angle P, and angle C will be equal to angle R. Okay? So this goes for any two triangles which are congruent. So suppose I use some other congruency rule and I prove them same, right? If I use something like SAS, SAS is nothing but side, the included angle and side, which means this is my triangle. If this side and this side is same as the other triangle, right? And the included angle here. So this is Sss rule. So here the corresponding parts would be this side, this angle and this angle, right? So that's what CPCT means. It means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this the triangles chapter you'll be doing just this, and different proofs, right, on different ways on how to prove two triangles are congruent, what is CPCT, everything will be done in detail there. This is just for you to understand what these terms are right now. Okay. So by CPCT, these two angles are equal. So basically, I proved that this angle and this angle are the same, right? APM is that, right? And BPM. Sorry, not BQ. This one. Yeah, since we took these two triangles, right? So by CPCT, I am saying that these two angles are equal. That is what they have done here. Then they considered these two triangles, which are PMA and PMB. Same thing they did, right? Same thing. You know that PA is equal to PB, PM will be common, and you just now proved that these two angles are also equal. So this would be by SAS test, or yeah, this would be by SAS test, where side, angle, and side. Okay, if I will have to clear all this for going down. Okay, yeah, so side, angle, side, like I said. So let me show you once again, right? This is equal to this angle is the same, and this is common, right? So it becomes side, this is your angle, and this is your side. By SAS, again you prove that those two triangles are congruent, and again by using CPCT, you get AM is equal to BM, which is nothing but you get this is equal to this, and this angle is equal to this angle. Let me not make 90 degrees, right? So you get this, and from a lines and angles we have learned that this becomes a what angle? What angle is this?
I'm right angle.
Right angle.
Okay.
Right angle.
Okay. What angle is this then?
Ma'am, 60 or
Acute
acute
angle.
or 60.
Acute angle.
Try again.
Ma'am,
First thing
acute.
we learned in lines and angles. I'm drawing
Ma'am, 60
multiple things.
degree.
Supplementary.
Ma'am, 60 degree.
Supplementary is quite close.
Linear
Ma'am,
Yes.
angles?
complementary.
Fine.
Linear.
Linear pair.
Linear
Supplementary
pair of
angles.
angles?
Linear pair of angles, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Okay.
what is the definition of linear pair of angles? Who can tell me?
Ma'am, when two angles together are
Ma'am, when
complement.
two
May
angles,
I?
like the total of two angles is 180 degree, then they are called linear pair.
Okay. Okay. That is
Ma'am,
one. Tell me.
it's two angles that lie on the same line and form 180 degree.
Okay, quite close. Okay. One thing y'all are all missing out is that they share a common arm. है ना? They share
Yes,
a
ma'am.
common arm. This is your common arm. This is common arm. This is common arm. So basically, this became. Oh, I scrolled and everything moved up. Just a second. Let me. This was my diagram. Okay. Yeah. So this all becomes your common arm, right? So this also is a linear pair of angles, isn't it? A. Okay. Let me draw here. So this is A, this is P, this is M, and this is B. So this becomes a linear pair of angle with PM as your common arm, right? So because of that, this angle plus this angle would be 180, which is what you all were getting at, which is correct only. I just was looking for the term, right? So this would become a linear pair of angles, and the sum is 180. And you also know that these two are equal, right? You know that angle AMP is equal to angle BMP, right? But they are both 180, which means twice of AMP is equal to 180, or which means AMP is nothing but 90 degrees, right? So this entire proof is nothing but the justification, or justification or steps, or you could say why do we get a perpendicular bisector, or how do we get equal line segments and 180 using this whole procedure, right? I'm not sure like whether this part would come in your current exam without doing triangles, so I'm not sure of that part. Yeah, but once triangles is done, definitely they'll ask you this. They ask you this as justification, right? Justify the construction. This part is what comes under justification. So whenever they ask you justify any particular construction, is basically they're trying to ask you why is it 60 degree, or why is it 90 degree, or how is it 30 degree, like that. Okay. So this also, I think few students get confused. They don't understand the meaning of justification and they leave the answer. They just draw whatever is asked and they leave it there. Okay, so don't do that. Again, go through this part once more. This might not be very clear right now because of all the triangles concepts which you are yet to do. हाँ ठीक है.
And then what will be the justification for 30 degrees?
Okay, for 30 degrees it is, let me show you here. There is, they bisected it here, है ना? Okay, for 30 degree it works like this. So yeah, you will take these two triangles. I'll draw it here. Okay, you take these two triangles and let's call this A B C D. Okay, ACB and ADB is what you will be taking. And again same thing, यहाँ पे भी if you notice AB and DB is the same because you only have taken that arc measurement to cut it, right? You are using equal distances to cut. Okay, so again this would be equal. CB would become your common arm. Why? Because it's the same in both triangles, right? That's what is meant by a common arm. And which is your third side would be SR or CD, or this part. This part would be your third side. ठीक है, which is equal because again you've cut it, or you've used the same thing by construction, right? So that's how it would
Ma'am?
become. Tell me.
No, no, ma'am, you continue. I'll ask afterwards.
Okay. Okay. So again, in this case also you will be proving the triangles congruent. Here also they are mentioned by SSS, right? You'll prove these two triangles congruent. Or yeah, here if you don't want to stop here, you can take this whole triangle also, right? Here they have taken OST and ORT, right? And then they've used OS and OR as one side. Wait, let me clear this, right? So they've taken this complete triangle. You can take that also. You can stop at SR also, whichever you want, right? OSRT, right? So this is same because construction. This is same because construction, and this becomes your common arm. So by SSS they are congruent, and now from here you can say that the corresponding parts are equal. So all the corresponding parts, this angle will be equal to this angle, this angle will be equal to this angle, and this angle will be equal to this angle. So right now you want to get only this angle is equal to this angle, right? You want, let me make it in yellow, you want this. So you will just say that these two are equal by CPCT, and that's why it is 30 degrees. So this procedure can be applied to any bisecting angles. So 30, or you're making 45, or you're making anything, you can use this property. In fact, you can use it for 90 also. Again, you will get something similar to something where you will get as 180, or you will get is equal to 180, and that's how twice of some angle is 180 and you'll get 90 there. Okay. But the basic justification is the same for all, is because you will be getting two triangles and you prove them congruent. Okay. Yes, who had a question? I'm not sure. Was it Sujal or?
Ma'am, me. No, ma'am, it was me. You cleared it. I wanted to ask that what would be the justification for 45 degree, but then you answered it
Acha.
in the yeah while
Okay.
explaining 30 degrees.
ठीक है, ठीक है. What we'll do is there are one or two questions here which involve justification also. Here, if you look at it in your workbook, only it is there. We'll do those questions. So, what we'll do is we are going to do four questions right now. I'll tell you also which questions you want. So, either you can do them together or you can keep doing one by one and sending your images on the group. So we are doing 11.1.2, 11.1.3, and then we are going to do these two, 11.2.1 and 2. Okay. इससे all the construction of angles will also be clear and justification part also will be clear. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, we'll start at 11.1.2. Okay, or level 1, question 2. This first one is a triangle question, so tomorrow we'll be doing triangles. So after that we'll do this. Okay, like I said, the probability of triangle based construction coming is very high compared to angles, right? Okay. Okay, construct angles of the following measures. Okay, before you start drawing, quickly tell me how will you make 30 degrees?
By
Ma'am, we'll
bisecting
bisect
Now we
60
make,
Bisecting the
degrees.
now we
60.
make 60-degree and then we bisect it.
Very good. So
Yeah.
60 and
Yes, ma'am.
bisect. Okay, how will you make 22 and a half?
Protractor.
Ma'am, we can make
Um,
90 degree, then bisect that, which is 45 degree, and when we bisect 45 degree, we'll get
yes.
22 and a half.
Yes, very good, Sohani. Yes. So yeah, this one is a little tricky one because you don't really get it where 22 and a half will come. So whenever you get such questions now where you are confused that how will I bisect or how will I get 22 and a half, my suggestion would be is to multiply it by 2, right? Multiply this by 2 and see what you're getting. So 22 and a half is nothing but 22.5. Huh? Into 2 will give you 45. Okay. The minute you see 45, now you know that you just have to bisect 45 to get 22.5. Okay. So first you will be making 90, then you will be making 45, then you will be making 22 and a half. Okay. What about the third one?
Bisect 60, then
Ma'am,
30.
bisect 30 degree.
Correct. So again, first 60, then 30, then 50. Okay. Good. So draw all these three and send picture on the group. Again, your choice if you want to send individual like first 30, then second part, then third part is also fine. All at once is also fine. But everybody has to send images, right? I want to see if you understood or not. Okay. If you are stuck somewhere, tell me. I'll help you out.
Ma'am, then like 11.1.3, do we have to construct it right now?
Right now. First do the
Okay, ma'am.
second one. First the second one. Let's finish that. Then we'll go to 3.
Okay, ma'am.
One thing you can remember here is like I said, I think I told you in lines and angles also, right? Bisect basically means divides anything into two parts, right? So the concepts you are learned here is only drawing 60-degree and bisecting angles, right? So all these angles would be made using something between these two concepts itself. So whenever you are given some value, like sometimes they even ask questions like, can 14.5 degree be constructed? Something like that they'll ask you, right? So for this also, again, if you are not very strong at identifying just by looking at the numbers, just multiply it with 2 and check. If you can make this angle final answer here, then of course you can make 14.5, right? If you can't make this angle, then of course you can't bisect it also, and you won't be able to make 14.5, right? Construct that. Okay. So that's just a trick, because if like basic questions which come from this chapter are those that, can an angle of this degree be constructed? Okay, it could be any random thing, 17.5, or it could actually be maybe 15 degree, maybe 135, right? Numbers that you are not really familiar with is what they will ask. Okay, I haven't got any images, so I think all of you are doing the three together, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm in 15 degrees.
Acha, okay, okay. ठीक है.
Ma'am, we also have to do the third one, right?
But finish the second one first. Send that to me. Then we'll
Yeah, I did it.
done. You sent it?
Like 11.1.2, right?
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's done.
Okay. So send it on the group then. Let me check.
Ma'am, I've sent it.
Yes. Looking at it. Okay. First one is 30. Yes, correct. ठीक है. 22 and a half. Okay, you made 45 and then, yeah. And 50. Yes, correct. One suggestion, Aryan, would be draw just a single line, like don't draw over it.
Okay, ma'am.
In the B1, I got 20 instead of 22.5.
अच्छा, you got 20. ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, चलेगा for now. A little bit like deviations of 1 degree, or sometimes if it's something like 22.5, or if it's a vague number, then 2 degree deviations are also accepted. But if it's fixed angles like 30, 60, 90, 45 have to be perfect. If you're not getting it correct, keep drawing it again.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Degrees which are like,
Ma'am,
tell me.
I submitted as well.
Okay, let me see. Yes, neat, good.
Ma'am, can I send A and C right now? I'll construct B again.
For now just send a picture of all three, chalega. Then maybe after class you
Okay.
can try the second one again. Chalega.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and like you play games, right? I think I forgot now. Forget it. Somebody said you play games also, right? So in your games you have something called cheat code. And so in this chapter, your helpful cheat code is your protractor, right? So never forget that.
Yeah.
Carry
It's
it with you in your exam, है ना? It's a ready-made cheat code which is there. So anytime you have any issues, or if you feel that you're going wrong, just stop there and measure the angle with your protractor. You will come to know if you're right or wrong, isn't it? So this is one chapter where you only can calculate whether, or you can tell for sure that you are correct or you're wrong. Nobody has to tell you in detail.
and even they can't measure like like in exams they can't measure teachers.
They can't measure, as in I didn't.
Ma'am, on a digital
I
paper,
mean,
they can't.
yeah. So they
Yeah.
submit. Yeah, it has a PDF file. That's all.
Okay, y'all are one step ahead. Good, good. Yes, Aska, I got yours. Yeah, it's neat. It's correct. Good. Okay, what about the others? Finished? About to finish? Where are y'all?
Ma'am sending.
Sending. Okay.
Ma'am, actually, my phone's battery was 0%, so it's on charging, so it's not turning on, so I can't send it right now.
Okay, ठीक है. But send it to me after class then. You can do that.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to see so that I should know, right, that you all understood everything, you
Ma'am,
are drawing correctly or not. Yes.
Yes,
ma'am, I
ma'am.
sent it, but I don't know how visible the arcs are.
Visible, quite visible.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'm just looking at it. Yep. First one is 30, correct. Yeah, correct. Yes, good. It's neat and correct.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so we are just waiting for Sujal. Sujal sent it. No? Sujal, we are waiting for Sujal's submission, and Samruddhi is going to send after class. Okay. Okay, till the time he sends, let's just discuss the third one in case you all haven't started. Okay. So the third one again, they are only asking you to measure using a protractor. 75, how would you make 75?
60 plus 15.
60 plus 15, correct. So this was the example I took in the beginning of the class, right? When I was just discussing how do you make it or how you need to be good at numbers because of this, right? So 60 plus 15 would give you 75, right? What about 105?
90 plus
100
15.
plus 5.
90 plus 1. 90
Uh,
plus 15.
yes,
We have
correct.
to bisect from 120.
Yes,
Ma'am, we have two. Yes.
correct. Samruddhi, 100 plus 5 is correct, but then how will you make 100-degree angle? Henna, you can't really make 100-degree angle using your
Ma'am,
compass. Huh.
ma'am, we can only make angles of multiples of 15.
Yeah, that's a way to remember. Again, it depends, but then 20
No, ma'am.
also comes, right?
22.5.
Correct. So yeah, one way to remember would be that you could say that multiples of 15 would definitely you would be able to construct, but there would be few apart from that also. You know. Okay. Yes. So 105 would be 90 plus 15. What about 135?
90 plus 45.
Huh. Or you could
120 plus
make
15.
120 plus 15. Yes. So I'm leaving that up to you. 120 plus 15, or you said 90 plus 45. Yeah. Whichever you feel convenient. Okay, again make the three and send in your pics, right? Okay, so now if I mean the part of which angles can be constructed or not should be crystal clear, right? So always if I'm giving you any random value, if I say can an angle of 11-degree be constructed, first check, uh, first multiply it with 2 and check if you can make that, right? In 11 degrees straightforward, so you might be able to get an answer. But if I say something like 11.5 or 10.5, so then multiply it and then check. So then 10.5 would give you 21. Again 21, if I do into 2, I would get 42, right? I can't really make 42 degrees, so I would say it's not possible to construct, right? So anything which can be bisected further can be constructed. Like I think one of you asked when we were doing our bisection of angles, the first one itself, you asked me if you can make 7.5 degree, right? So 7.5 is possible because 15 is possible, right? So that's how you check. You keep checking that whether it's possible or not.
Mom, I constructed it again. I got 25 this time.
25. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. What must be happening, the possible error for this would be that your compass is moving, the radius is shifting while you're making arcs. That could be one of the reason you're getting error.
Yes, ma'am, because I got 45 and 90 right. I just got this one wrong.
So this is, this is mainly to do when unknowingly the radius keeps shifting when you are trying to draw an arc. If you press too hard,
Okay, ma'am, I'll check it.
an arc. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So for this, try to hold your compass at the top, at the tip itself, right? Don't
Yes, ma'am.
don't try to hold it near the pencil or near the other end. Hold it on top and then draw. Or hold it on the pointed end and draw. You can do that also.
Okay, ma'am.
Acha, Sujal has sent. Sujal, it's correct. The first two are correct. Say, third one may the 15-degree ka line got little crooked. So make sure you're using scale. Okay. Don't draw freehand.
No, ma'am, that was like using scale only, but the page was like not uniform, so the line went crooked.
Acha, okay. ठीक है, not an issue. These are just whatever I'm telling are just small tips, or these are mostly used as parameters to reduce your marks, right? So these, just keep in mind of all these things so that you don't lose any marks in this chapter. Actually, it is going to become interesting now. So I think last week or something only CBSE released the official paper pattern for this year, or the test patterns. So the term one chapters, they are going to take MCQs or case study based questions only.
Yes, ma'am. Our ma'am told that the sometime the whole paper, matlab, ma'am, at least a lot of the paper will be MCQs only.
MCQ, yeah. So they are shifting it to MCQ this year. So it will be interesting, because then what happens to a chapter like constructions is really interesting. I don't know what they can ask you in MCQ in this. There is all important stuff needs to be constructed, right? So what they might do is they might give you a construction based question and maybe ask you the final value, right? Maybe like they'll say construct the triangle and then tell us what is this value of the third side or something like that. So yeah. So construction is also there in 10th standard, so you'll be of course having this chapter again in 10th with different I think there it is mostly circles, more of circles.
Mama sent.
Okay, let me check. Okay, so 75, 105 and acha, change that third ka labeling to 135. Other than that, everything is correct.
Ma'am, I'm doing everything again. I mean, I started, but I realized it was too big, so I'm erasing.
Okay. I'll wait, not an issue. What we can do is maybe I'll discuss one of the, yeah, let's do that. Instead of me doing both the justification questions, I'll just explain this justification part of 45-degree and then we'll stop. Okay. I'll give you both these questions as homework. You can try at home. Just these two, which is 11.2.1 and 2. Okay. Let me draw 45-degree till then and then just show you the justification part. Okay.
Mama, I did it. 135 degree.
Huh.
And I resubmitted also.
Acha, you submitted again. Good.
Mom, what's the homework? Can you repeat? I didn't quite hear.
I just 11.1 11.2.1 and 11.2.2. 2 questions only. Tomorrow I'll give you more homework because, like I said, majority of the chapter is on triangles, right? So then maybe we'll
Ma'am,
keep
do you have to submit it on the group or the submission link?
these 2 questions submitted on the group. No need to submit on the
Okay,
link
ma'am.
for 2 questions. Huh? Somebody was saying something. Ashka, was it?
No, ma'am, I was asking
Samriddhi.
the same.
Samriddhi, huh? No, only 2 questions, right? Don't go for the link. Submit it on the group itself. Chalega. I'll also quickly see it here only. Okay, I'm making a 45-degree angle. Okay, and we have made the 45-degree angle. Okay. Oh, it's not correct. Okay. Not come correctly, but whatever. I just wanted to explain the justification part, right? Let me just do that. Okay. Are you done with 11.1 Okay, so I'm sent again. Acha, theek hai. Yeah, told. Sujal also sent 135. Okay, 105. Okay, 75. Okay, good. Yes, Sujal. Good. It's neat. Label the other two also. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so when you're doing justification, you can justify it like this, right? So you will draw two, yeah, I will join this and this point and join this and this point. Okay, let me do that here. Right, join these points here, so this becomes one triangle and this becomes the other triangle. If I were to label it this, let's say O A, let this point be B and let this point be C. Okay, and I will change the color again. Okay, just okay, what I'll do is, okay, let me ask you, is everybody done with the second question, or will you take more time?
I just posted 5 minutes back.
Just posted, okay. Huh, okay. Yes. Good. Yes, it's neat. Good.
Ma'am, I've sent.
Okay, Aryan also sent it. Yes. Aryan, it is correct, but yeah, like I said, just don't make multiple lines, huh? Make only one cut. I think is your pencil not sharpened? I think that must be the problem.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it got a little blunt.
हाँ, okay, okay. ठीक है, चलेगा. चलेगा for now, but when you are doing construction, always sharpen your pencils, okay? And then do. So you'll get just one smooth line properly. Okay, I'll just quickly explain on the justification part. I'm doing this for 45 degrees, right? It's the same for all angles. And this is how you will do it. Again, if you are confused or if you're stuck, it is given in the chapter notes and in the NCRT book as well. Or maybe we can even discuss it tomorrow if you don't get it. है ना? Okay. So you consider triangle OAB and consider triangle OCB. Okay, consider these two triangles. Here what happens is in OAB, AB and CB are the same because we've used the same radii to make this arc, right? By construction you can say. Also OA and OC are the same because of the same reason. We've used the same arc, right? It will cut at the same point or at the same distance. So these two are the same. And OB becomes your common arm. Okay, OB becomes the common arm. So by SSS, because it's all triangles, let me just mark this like this. Sorry, all sides. By SSS, these two triangles become congruent, right? This is the sign you used, one curved line like this and two straight lines. This is the symbol we use for congruence. Okay, because of these two triangles are congruent, and because of that, all the angles or all the corresponding parts are equal, which means I can say that this angle is equal to this angle, and therefore because this whole thing is 90 and I'm saying that these two are equal, which means 2 times angle, or let me, yeah, 2 times angle AOB, let's say AOB. It's difficult to write here. Okay, 2 times angle AOB becomes equal to 90, and therefore AOB becomes equal, or AOB is equal to 45 degrees, right? This is again a part of the triangles proof and concept. So I think this part would be more clear once you do triangles, right? So this is the solution for 11.2.2. Okay, try the same for 90 degree. Try it. Okay, which is the first one, right? That's all is your homework.
And by when do we have to submit this 11.2.2 and 11.2.3?
No, 1 and 2, not 2 and 3, 1 and 2, huh? And you can submit it anytime before tomorrow's class.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you like repeat the homework once again?
Yes. Let me just mark it here for you. It's these two questions. Okay. These two questions.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. Okay, if does anybody have any doubts or any questions or anything?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Okay. You all understood the concept?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, then tomorrow's class we'll cover triangles. That is a very short part, but it's important part. So if all this is clear, then tomorrow we can jump to triangles and finish the chapter tomorrow itself, right? Okay. ठीक है. See you all tomorrow then. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Bye,
I'll
ma'am.
just check
Thank
my
you,
homework
ma'am.
now.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Samriddhi? Oh, she left. Okay. Bye.